Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me I was searching in the ocean for your eyes. Started drowning, pull me out, and we survived all night. I was so blind. I see that I was searching in the ocean for your eyes. Started drowning, pull me out, and we survived all night. I was so blind. I see I was searching in the ocean for your eyes. Started drowning, pull me out, and we survived all night. I was so blind. I see that I was searching in the ocean for your eyes. Started drowning, pull me out, and we survived all night. I was so blind. I see
lately been given. Gave my name to all of them. And the worst of it all is that I can't keep my heart straight. And the worst of it all is that I can't keep my heart straight. Keep giving
I didn't know that NCS mixes had hardstyle in them. Let's go. Anyway, what's up, guys? How are y'all doing? Ignore the nasal strip. Helps me breathe. So I'm gonna wear it. You know what? I was considering not wearing it, but you know what? I'm a bit superstitious myself. So I'm gonna wear it. And we're gonna win. This is gonna be the symbol of good luck right here. The nasal strip. We're gonna win. We're gonna get the win. I'm gonna put that as a disclaimer before every stream and before every live reaction video. Anytime I decide to wear this. This will be my hour, I should say. Good luck charm. Anyway, I digress. How are y'all doing today on this fine Saturday afternoon / morning, depending where you live, where you're living? Crawley versus AFC Wimbledon. Interesting one. We haven't seen this matchup since 2020. Actually, we saw this in 2020, I believe, for like a FA Cup game, I believe. No, it was either FA Cup or League Cup. I think it was League Cup, but anyway, we lost that one from what I recall. And then before that, we hadn't played them since, I want to say like I don't remember. I think maybe 2015 or something. But anyway, that being said, away at Crawley Town. I actually went to a Crawley Town game when I went to the UK in March of 2022. It was Crawley Town versus Bristol Rovers. Decent game that. I thought it was pretty entertaining. Bristol Rovers won that one 2-1, and they ended up getting promoted. So I ended up watching a side that got promoted to League One. So there are a few of the same players from that starting 11. You have Powell, center mid, Hessenthaler, 39. Usually plays as center mid. Instead, he's playing as an outside mid. And then you have Nadazan on that left wing. Nick Holes didn't actually play that game, but he's actually their star man. They've got a decent side on the attacking end. Hessenthaler usually, like I said, plays as a center mid, but he's playing as an outside mid, and he's very quick. Also, he's aggressive. He's kind of short, but he's pretty aggressive. He gets stuck into challenges. Nadazan out wide, I thought his finishing was lacking against Bristol Rovers, but he's a decent player on his day. I think he's a bit inconsistent, but he's decent. And he's playing on that wide area. Also, you have Balagizi on that other side. I'm actually pretty concerned about Balagizi, as he's a very tricky player. Comes from the Liverpool Academy, very young, bright prospect. And we're going to have to. Our back three has a very good job to do, or I shouldn't say very good. What am I saying? We have a tough task ahead of us because their wingers, I'd say, are going to pose a threat. So our back three is going to have to be strong today. But if we can get past that front three, I don't think they have too much. They have too much power aside from that. I think their defense is a little bit leaky, and I think we could exploit that. And what are we going to throw out in order to try to exploit that? It looks to me like Gunter's playing today? Really? I was looking at the starting lineup. Huh. I thought he was out for an extra game because of the red card, right? Oh, well. Chris Gunter's on the team sheet. I'm going to trust that, I guess. He's going to be playing alongside Jack Curry on the other side. Magoma, Marsh, and Chislett as the center mids. And then Davison and Young Coombs. So basically, back three is the same. Everything is unchanged except for Chislett coming in as a starter today. We saw that in the first game. So we'll see how that turns out. No Ayuba Sal today, which is interesting to say the least. I mean, Asal was absolutely brilliant in the last game. He was brilliant. I mean, he played like no, it wasn't the last game. Sorry, it was the game before that one against Doncaster where we drew 2-2. Very disappointing game that, but he played like a championship player that game. But yeah, I mean, Chislett coming in. I'm not going to criticize Johnny Jackson for that particular decision. Maybe Ethan Chislett has impressed in training, and we wanted to change at least one thing up from that Mansfield game. I didn't think it would be Ayuba Sow getting sacrificed, but we'll just see how that turns out. But interesting, I thought Chris Gunter was not going to be playing today because of that red card that he suffered against Mansfield. But I mean, it might catch me up to speed because I don't know how he's able to play today, but he's playing today. Thankfully, I was going to say that George Marsh would have been playing as an outside back instead of Chris Gunter for today, but he's playing. Apparently. I want to look this up. I want to make sure I'm actually... I would like to have this verified by other reputable sources, because Google is not the most reputable source for lineups. Yep, he is starting, apparently. Okay, we'll roll with it. AFC Wimbledon. Plenty of AFC Wimbledon fans showing their support, at least on the vocal side. I mean, it is a rivalry after all. An old rivalry rekindled, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, Crawley just knocking around their back line to start here. I'm going to switch to the away commentary. High and forward, and it's a goal kick. Oh, it looks like the away end is packed. It is full, ladies and gentlemen. You rarely ever see that. Even though Crawley Town Stadium is not too big, usually you don't see the away end packed, and the away end is packed. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yep, here's the Crawley commentary. Seamless transition. NYC picks off Powell from behind. Can they get a counterattack? No. Jack Curry, unfortunately, wasn't able to get it forward. I thought maybe it could have been a start of a counterattack there. Zainef clears his lines. Oh, Powell gives it away again. This time he tries to pass it back to the center back. Ah. NYC tried to play it forward to Chislett, unfortunately, but that was a good couple yards ahead of him. It was Davison that picked it up and then laid it off. Anyway. Top of the box here. Powell, good cut off there by... Alright, they clear their lines there. Yeah, Balagizi looked to take someone on 1v1 there, but... we were able to clear our lines after he tried to lay it off, and we dispossessed them. Trying to pull up the lineups real quick. Yeah, a couple of dispossessions already here from the side of AFC Wimbledon, but we're not able to capitalize as when we're on the attacking end, we give it away. That's happened twice already. It's going to be a goal kick. That free kick went over everyone's head. Just writing some notes on my phone. Oh, okay. I didn't see that as iFall switched over. That's a good ball there from Nick Zanev as he switches the play. Chislett, he has plenty of space. He's going to take 3, 4, 5 touches forward. Can anyone make some runs? Curry tries to, but nothing doing there. I'm gonna put the commentary over here. Jaggy score prediction. Okay. I forgot to give the score prediction. My bad, guys. Score prediction. I'm gonna say AFC Wimbledon will bounce back from this. I'm gonna be as realistic as possible, but I think they will bounce back. I'm gonna say, with Crawley being a bit leaky at the back, I'm gonna say AFC Wimbledon will score at least once, and I'm gonna go as far as I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they'll score twice and not bottle it. I'm gonna say 2-1 AFC Wimbledon with NYC and. Who's gonna score the second? I'm actually gonna say Chislett. I'm gonna say Chislett scores the second. I think it'll be a bit scrappy, but I think he'll get on the score sheet. And NYC will get maybe like a top of the 18-yard box finish or somewhere along those lines. Ooh, Magoma turns away from his man. Plays it forward to Curry. He has plenty of space. Davison on the back post, maybe? Oh! Davison tried to get his foot to that one and goes past him, and then back post was Gunter as he tried to lay it back off top of the box, and Powell clears his lines. Oh, Davison. Cross from Ethan Chislett from his left foot, faked one way, then went the other, cross with his left foot, and top of the 18-yard box, Davison volleys it about 4 or 5 yards over the bar. Nicely done by Chislett. A little tricky there. A little slippery from Chislett. Unfortunately, the cross kind of hooked out a little bit too far. As Davison wasn't able to wrap his foot fully around that. Nicely done, Jack Curry. Crawley looked very poor so far in these first 6 minutes. They give the ball away a lot. But that time it was Jack Curry actually anticipating the pass coming down the middle there. I've said it before. Jack Curry, I actually don't know how old he is. He's fairly young. Let's assume he's 21 or 22. He has the IQ of a player who's 28, 29. Oof. AFC Wimbledon give it away this time. Balagizi, thankfully, doesn't play someone on that left-hand side. Instead, he plays it on the right, as Nightingale gave it away. Yeah, he tried to play it to Magoma, and that was a good, 3 yards away from Magoma. Thankfully, Crawley don't take advantage of that. Yeah, it was good recovery there by Nightingale. I mean, there was somebody open on that left-hand side, and Nightingale was able to close down Balagizi before Balagizi was able to play whoever that was on the left. Number 10, Natizen. First corner of the game for Crawley. Very scrappy game so far. Both teams giving it away cheaply. I'm doing good, Alabama. Thanks for asking. How about you, man? But yeah, the Gunter red card is overturned. AFC Wimbledon made a case and won it. Just sucks that he got sent off for that, man. It really does. I did say that it was, by the book, a red card, but then I looked back at that. I'm like, he didn't hit him on the neck. No, that player went down so easy. It's ridiculous. Absolutely pathetic. Oh, just a nasal strip. Helps me breathe easier. Opens up my nasal passageways. And I also said that maybe it could be a good luck charm. I'll wear this. I was wearing this overnight. I'm like, screw it. I'm gonna wear it on the stream too. It's gonna be a good luck charm. Yeah, I'm listening to your away commentary, guys, because I usually like to get insight on the other team. As it helps me like know who's on the ball too, as the commentators will be quick to point it out. Apparently, our fans were struggling to get in. Really? When I went to Crawley versus Bristol Rovers, it was fairly easy to get in. I'm not sure what happened there. Well, I mean, the away crowd has to walk around the whole ground. Like, it was easy to get in because, like, it's a small stadium and, like, it's not very hard to get lost. But they had to walk around. They had to walk, like, almost a full 360 degrees across, like, around the ground in order to get in the away turnstiles. But it looked pretty packed once the game started, so thankfully all the fans got there in time. Glenn Morris, their GK is class. Nadazen's pretty good. From what I saw against that Bristol Rovers game when I went a few months ago, last season. He had a hard time finishing, but he's a very quick player, tricky, and a decent player on his day. He's a little inconsistent, but when he does play well, he does play well. Anyway, Nadazen is on the ball right now on the right-hand side, plays it back to Powell. They're knocking around Crawley. They're trying to find an opportunity here, but AFC Wimbledon's shape is pretty strong. Oh, Wimbledon lost our tickets. Gotcha. Okay. That's rough. That's not a good look, but thankfully, hopefully it ended up A-okay. Yes. Actually, he's not starting today, but he started the other 3 games this season. And Kwesi Appiah last season scored 11 goals for Crawley, despite not starting every game. I think he only started like a good 60 to 70% of those games. Yes, Appiah is still very much a part of Crawley Town, although he is not on the team sheet today. And neither is George Frankham. Neither are on the team sheet today, which is a bit surprising. I don't know if both of them are injured or what. But we won't be seeing either of them today, unfortunately. I kind of wanted to see a little bit of a homecoming. Oh, cross comes in. Nichols. Oh, shot goes wide, thankfully. It was a left-footed cross there from Amole. And it was picked up there at the top of the 18 by Nichols. He just took a heavy touch inside towards the top of the 6-yard box. Thankfully, the shot was wide, as it wasn't the best angle there for Nichols. And Pierce wasn't able. He was trying to get out there and stick a foot out, but unfortunately wasn't, and that allowed Nichols to get a touch in behind past Alex Pierce. So definitely a moment you want to forget for Pierce. Davison holding it up. Good build-up play. And now Crawley allowing them to get into the final third very easily. Oof. Disappointing there from Brown as the cross was too close to the keeper. Looked to me like NYC was looking to pounce there on the top of the 6. Thoughts on Asal being benched? I thought it was a bit surprising, but I mean, Johnny Jackson, if he sees that Chislett, maybe he was playing well. I don't think it's... Asal can be interchangeable every once in a while. But I wouldn't like to see Asal being benched every game, for sure. Osu signing a new contract. I like that. I know Curry... I would rather have Curry over Osu, personally. But it's nice to see that we'll have some right-back presence. I mean, Gunter is... He's going to be playing over Gunter, not over Curry. I would imagine. But it's nice to see we have a little bit of depth there. Anyway, iFollow just decided to hiccup there, so now I'm at... Oh. I've been doing that a lot lately where I just don't have the timer in. Anyway, 13 minutes into the game, guys. There we go. Who sacked their manager? Hold on. Oh, wow. 4 games in and they've already sacked their manager. That's rare. 4 games into a season. Well, maybe their manager's been there for a while and they just had enough. Oh, anyway. Oh, they give it away. NYC! Beautiful finish. Beautiful. They give it away. It looked to me like it was Ogunbo gave it away there to Chris Gunter. And then immediately, first time, George Marsh, first time, Davison laid it off to NYC. Davison and NYC have shown that link-up play. And time and time again, Davison and NYC have shown that chemistry, have shown that link-up play between one another. And it's going to be a finish here. No, I have not muted. I think it might be on your end, actually. Mic is on for me. It's going to be 1-0 to the Dons. Come on. Let's not get too excited, though, guys. I'm not going to get too excited, personally. Because we have shown in the past that we can bottle it. But here we go. There's no way we're going to be bottling this one. Dude, NYC is so good. He just blasts it into the roof of the net. The angle was pretty poor. I mean, he was a good 7 or 8 yards out. But he was just a couple of yards to the side of the near post there. So yeah, he had to get that right, and he did. Finally, my freaking scoreboard's up there. 16 minutes in. As am I. Let's just pretend like this is 0-0. We still got something to get. Still have something to get after here. AFC Woodland tried to play it long to NYC, but he wasn't able to get his head on that. There we go. We're seeing a bit of a gap being closed there between the center mids and the center backs. Our shape is a lot better than last game. Already. We just allowed Mansfield to get in behind every single time. And the center mids were always caught really high while our back line was caught really deep. And they were just getting our final third so easily. This time we're not allowing Crawley to get into our final third that easily. Anyway, they give it away once again. Crawley have been so poor. Anyway, and Davison. Go on, Davison! No! He's 1v1 with the keeper. And he hit it straight at him, unfortunately. But the danger hasn't passed here. Davison tussling here. What? That's not a foul. Anyway, their right back tried to play it forward, and Chislett cut it out as he got his foot to it. NYC, pretty good through ball into Davison. Played it with a good amount of pace, and Davison was able to... it wasn't exactly through. It was kind of towards Davison's feet. Davison took a good heavy first touch to get into the final third. And unfortunately wasn't able to capitalize as he hit it straight at the keeper. As he tried to hit it far post, it kind of was too close to the keeper. As the keeper's positioning was... Maybe could have threaded it into that near post area, but unfortunately he decides to go far. Yeah, Davison's got to finish there. I think he's got to pick his head up and see where the keeper is, because I think the keeper was a couple yards from his near post as he came out. Maybe just try to finish it into that near post. Oh, the keeper forced to play it wide to the outside back as 2 players charged down there. Ooh, NYC. AFC Wimbledon are a problem so far in these first 18 minutes in regards to pressing. Ooh. That looked a little bit dangerous there as Crawley were knocking it forward. and Balagizi was making a run there. Actually beats George Marsh there. Slips his man, but unfortunately the pass is a little, or fortunately for us, the pass is a little bit too wide there as it was intended for Balagizi at the top of the 18. There was a huge hole between center backs too. Oh, long ball forward there, intended for Nichols. Away. Looked like a good ball there, but Nichols just wasn't able to control it. Yeah, it looked to me like Nadazen was open at the top of the 18-yard box. Maybe not, like, Alex Pierce was marking him, but had Nichols maybe knocked it down towards Nadazen, it could have been a problem, but the ball was just over his head as he tried to go for it. AFC Woodland knocking around here on the short goal kick. Pierce clears his lines, yeah. There was some pressure there. Curry heads it towards the center. Plenty of space here for Chislett. Good ball forward to Curry. Little heavy, but Curry's going to get there, I think. No, not quite. Adebowale was able to get his body in the way to prevent Chislett from getting there. Ooh, George Marsh gets up there. Or no, Nightingale wins the header. Oh yeah, we are pretty loud today. We're making our voices heard. I think we are out singing them personally. No bias, no bias. I think we are out singing them from what I'm hearing. Ooh, cross comes in. Their home end is probably 90% full, I should say. But their east stand, I don't know if it's east or west. It was the stand that I sat in when I was vlogging. Usually that end doesn't get filled up. The other end, I can't see. The side where the camera is positioned in, I can't see how full that is. But yeah, I mean, it looks to me like our support is almost as full as their home end is. So, I mean, we filled it up. We filled up the away end. It's just the away end doesn't have as many seats, clearly. Yeah, they don't. They don't. Let's go. Another short goal kick here as Nightingale forced to play back to Zanev as Balagizi was putting the press on. Oh, long header. Bit dangerous. The wind is going against us. Header from the center back went all the way to Nick Zanev. Bounced once. I like the way we've come out so far in these first 20 minutes. Our defensive shape is definitely a lot better than that game against Mansfield. Ooh, not the best clearance there from Zanev. Oof. Okay, thankfully he collects that one. I'm trying to memorize Crawley's numbers here. Nichols, Powell 8, Jenks 28. Hessenthaler here on the ball. Tries to play it forward, but Jack Curry there immediately able to block it. Now it's Powell here. Hessenthaler tries to play it over the top again. Curry is able to come away with it. Or Brown, excuse me. Hey. We had about 100 less fans and still outsang them. Hell yeah. That's what you like to see. Hardly a rivalry, this. I mean, AFC Wimbledon. Well, I should say aside from that last game that we lost a couple years ago. That was the, was it EFL Cup game? Aside from that, I mean, on the pitch, usually we trade wins here and there, but the support, I mean, there's no question who the better support is. I thought Crawley's support was fairly poor against Bristol Rovers when I went as well. Ooh, NYC picking off. Number 16, he gets fouled. Yeah, it was just a throw in from Crawley around the midfield area, and they play it back to the person who threw it in. And he tried to play it back to the center back, and NYC was able to cut out the pass. And Omole is going to receive the yellow card here as he brings down NYC after Davison tries to play him on the return. Man, Davison and young Coombs have shown a very intuitive level of chemistry with one another that we haven't really seen with too many players in recent years from AFC Wimbledon's side. Here we go. Magoma, back post. Decent ball. Nightingale knocks it down. Nobody's on the end of that. That was a decent knockdown, but it was a little too far ahead of everyone. Yeah, he is the... I mean, his hair speaks for itself. Well, Nightingale putting on the press on Powell there as he tries to clear his lines, but throw in here for Crawley. I could definitely see a resemblance there. I can see it. I can see it. Maybe Davison and NYC are the white versions of Elliott and Taylor, perhaps. Just it's kind of like it's a spiritual resurgence, if you will. If you believe in reincarnation, it's a reincarnation of those two, of that striking pairing. Anyway, AFC Wimbledon with a throw here. They're knocking around decently. Nightingale, first time ball, headed away. There's the away support. Ooh. Not the best ball there from Nightingale back to Zanev, and Zanev had to chest it down. Thankfully, nobody was pressing him. That could have been sketchy had that occurred. But they clear their lines, AFC Wimbledon. They try to play it over to Curry, but nothing doing. They're in possession now. Several headers among both sides here. Chislett wins the header, or he doesn't win the header, but Powell goes down. No foul. Chislett 4, 5, 6 touches over to Curry. Good positive play from AFC Wimbledon. Jack Curry, of course, coming forward. As soon as Chislett was able to win the ball there, even before he, had full possession of it, you already saw Curry making that run on the outside, and Curry's always going to be dangerous there on the attacking end and on the defensive end, up and down the pitch. He is an engine. I really like him a lot. Jack Curry certainly someone that we needed. Alex Pierce there, unfortunately, his header was just a couple yards wide as the corner kick was an outswinging one. It went away from him, and he really had to extend his neck to try to get to that one. Anytime Crawley are knocking around, AFC Wimbledon are always favored to at least put pressure on them. Davison is sprinting his head off to try to get to that right-hand side as they clear their lines. Foul, certainly. Yep. It's going to be a free kick here as Ethan Chislett wins it. They cleared their lines, Crawley, and then you see Lee Brown heading the ball forward, and Chislett trying to get his body in the way. Very smartly done. Runs toward the ball and gets his body in the way as he heads it towards the side. He knew exactly what he was doing there, Ethan Chislett, drawing the foul. Why does iFollow keep hiccuping and going back a couple seconds? Wimbledon knocking around here. A couple players dropping deep to receive some passes. NYC, come on, go on there. Go on, NYC. Omole does well there on the pressure from NYC. The ball was bouncing inside the 18, and Omole was able to shrug him off. Ooh, Natazan on that left-hand side. Good work there from AFC Wimbledon to dispossess there. Good shape there by Wimbledon as they try to play forward to Natazan. They double-team Natazan. They played it to Nichols. They double-teamed Nichols. Cross came in down the 18-yard box, and they were able to see it out. Oh, Nightingale tried to knock it down, gives it away. Nicely done by Gunter to put the pressure on Powell. Well defended, Brown. Easily able to shove off Balagizi as the ball's played down the 18 of Balagizi. And Balagizi tried to take a touch inside, and Lee Brown just was able to shrug him off. He was able to shrug off the Liverpool Academy prospect. I hear faint "come on Crawley" chants, and they're very quiet. Ooh. Bit of an opportunity there for Crawley as Magoma unfortunately was not able to get the better of Nichols and the physicality there. Nichols was holding the ball up. He took a heavy touch. Magoma tried to get his body in the way, but Magoma lost out, and a little bit of a poke away from Nichols onto Balagizi. Tried to play Hessenthaler forward, and that was pretty heavy there from Balagizi. Thankfully so, as Hessenthaler could have been played in. Running past rattled Crawley fans as they flip him off. Really? Okay, dude. Send me a picture. Send me a link to the picture. I want to see it. Crawley don't really have too much to show for themselves here so far in this game. They do every now and again. They do happen to get into the final third, but that final ball is always lacking for them. AFC Wimbledon, for the most part, keeping them at bay on other instances. Balagizi's dropping deep here, though, to receive it. Nicely done there, Ethan Chislett. Ethan Chislett's been class this half so far. NYC still down. They were knocking around pretty well, but unfortunately Curry wasn't able to find a pass over. Crawley's still playing here. It's 9v10 here, or 10v11 if you will. Okay, the ball's all the way to the center back. Stop the play now. Yo, stop the play, ref. The ball's at the center. They're knocking around their back line. Thank you. Jesus. Usually you don't want to stop play right away if it's not a head injury. But, I mean, Crawley played it all the way back to the center backs. The ref still didn't blow the whistle. Come on. Anyway, yeah, AFC Wimbledon looked to me like they were going to get a counterattack off there. NYC played a nice little through ball to Jack Curry. Gets tackled on the way through from number 17. And Curry could have taken that forward. He did a Ronaldo chop around the midfield line. I thought he had space to take that forward. But since he cut it back, it allowed Crawley to get numbers back. Thankfully, the white Lyle Taylor is up. Still looks like he's got a bit of a knock there, but he's up. Hands on his knees here, NYC. Hopefully he'll be okay in the end. Anyway, going back to what I was saying a couple minutes earlier, I think Ethan Chislett's been class so far this half. I think he's cut off a couple of passes. I think going forward, he's been pretty dangerous as well, drawing defenders in. He tried to play a through ball one time over to Curry. That was a little bit too heavy, but other than that, he's been okay. Are there any interesting results going around any of the EFL or Premier Leagues? Usually I like to hold off on seeing Premier League results because I like to watch the highlights on YouTube. Burnley 3-1 over Blackpool, guys, already in the first 35 minutes. You wouldn't put it past Burnley to score 3 goals, let alone in the first 35 minutes, but that is the case right now. Oh, here we go. Josh Davison. He has plenty of space to go forward here after a header. One there. Out wide to Gunter. One-touch football here, but they give it away. No, that's a yellow card there by Davison. Okay, Gunter. Okay, let me see what happened. Gunter played it to Marsh. Marsh tried to play it over to Davison, but it was a couple yards to his right. No, it's just a mistime challenge. Come on. Some overreactions, certainly. It wasn't studs up or anything. It's a yellow card, yeah. The crowd was livid there, but I mean, it was just a mistime challenge there by Josh Davison. Yeah, yellow card there for Davison. Who won the header there? I want to know exactly. I want to get names right here. Who won that header that started that counterattack? It was nicely done there by Alex Pierce to win that header to start the attack. Anyway, Crawley is going to be playing it short here. Okay. Jack Powell has been very poor here for Crawley. Oh, here we go. NYC dispossessing one of the center backs. Chislett takes on somebody. Cuts it back and plays it back to Magoma. Crawley get numbers back here. Oh, Magoma's first touch was really heavy. Took him away. Oh. Crowd's not happy. I mean, Crawley have been very slow in possession here. Magoma's been putting on the press for a good 4 or 5 seconds. And now he gets back in position. Crawley are able to play their way out of pressure, though. Someone in the crowd was like, "Come on, get your fucking ball!" Something like that. They were dropping F-bombs there. And there's also a baby crying close to the mic. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's kind of annoying. Long ball forward there from Crawley doesn't pan out. Yeah, I mean, Crawley had possession for a good, minute, and then all of a sudden they just play it forward and to nobody in particular. That was Adebawale who played that forward to nobody in particular. Anyway, Crawley's still in possession here. Magoma cuts it out. Still in possession as the ball fell to Balagizi on that right-hand side. Oh, the baby's crying again. Amole on the left-hand side here. Our shape's pretty good, but we allowed them to get to our final third. Nightingale gets stuck in. NYC drawing a couple players in. Nicely done by AFC Woolman to knock it around a little bit. Fans are rattled, quite literally. I mean, you got a baby that's still crying. Why is there I don't know. Why don't you just get a babysitter? Why are you bringing a baby to a football match? God. I mean, nah, I don't want to give the parents too much stick. Like, maybe they can't afford a babysitter, so then don't go to a football game. God. Committed parents, that's for sure. Anyway. Nicely done there by Nathan Chislett to pick off Nichols. Ah, foul there committed though by Magoma. Yeah, unfortunately, like it was Davison actually that picked him off there, but he wasn't able to come away with possession fully, and 50-50 challenge from Magoma, and I think that was Balagizi. Poor baby has to watch Crawley. Oh my god. Maybe that's why they're crying. Okay, let's not talk too much shit, because that's just, it's gonna bite us in the ass, but yeah. Oh my god. I gotta highlight that on my post-match reaction video. That was funny. Yeah, it looked to me like Adobawale was able to win that one over Pierce. Oh my god. Just get that baby away from the mic, man. Long throw here for Crawley. Yeah, they do have a long throw. Oh, here we go. Top of the 6-yard box, headed away by Alex Pierce. Oh! There's a left-footed drive there from Powell, but it was always going to sail over the bar. Yeah, I think if you watch this from a neutral perspective, you will see that there is definitely a difference in quality right now. I mean, Crawley, I've been knocking around pretty well in these last 10 minutes or so, but first 30 minutes, I mean, they've been giving it away kind of cheaply every now and again, playing it forward with no real purpose. AFC Woolman showing some good possession here, playing it out of the back at times when they're being pressed, and showing some effort going forward, some off-the-ball runs being made too. There were a couple made by Crawley, but they just weren't able to play that final ball in with accuracy or precision. So AFC Woolman just, the better side in this half. Hopefully header forward there, NYC holding it up. Ooh, 3v3 here, maybe Chislett, yep, playing Curry in. Curry! I thought maybe, could have played Davison. Davison was complaining there that he didn't receive that one. Anyway, 3v3 there on the counter. Not a counterattack, but Chislett was dropping deep to receive it. Nice through ball there to Curry. And I thought Curry could have played the cross. I mean, to be fair, Hessenthaler was coming in and kind of was blocking the way. Maybe could have played it over the top, Curry, to Davison at the top of the 6-yard box, but it's all good. Curry in possession once again. My proudest moment, I've made the GOAT laugh. I appreciate the kind words. Oh, Curry dispossesses Adebawale, that's not the first time Adebawale has been caught in possession. I mean, too slow in possession was Adebawale there. Yeah, he just kind of took his first touch and tried to play it over to the center mid, and easily cut out by Curry. Curry was always going to win that, coming on the press, and foul by Hessenthaler, or Craig, excuse me. Yeah, Hessenthaler is like, get that fucking ball clear, mate. Yeah, Adebawale, I think that's like his third time, I want to say, that he gets caught in possession. Him and Powell have been very poor this half on the ball. So AFC Wimbledon here have another opportunity to capitalize. I wonder who's going to be taking this one. I would assume Chislett. You could say Lee Brown maybe, but Lee Brown is more of a candidate to whip the ball in rather than to try to strike towards goal. Here we go, boys. Free kick being lined up here, and oh, yep, we see Nichols lying on the floor there to make sure. I don't know why more teams don't do that. They have a, you know, people in the teams in the Premier League do that more frequently now, but I don't know why more teams don't do that, where they have a player laying on the ground to prevent kicking it underneath the wall. But looks to me like Chislett's going to be taking this one. Oh, brilliant! Brilliant! Get in! Ethan Chislett, top corner, baby. Come on. That is absolutely world class there from Ethan Chislett. Get in. Come on. AFC Wimbledon 2-0 up. But they've been 2-0 up in the last 3 games, including this one. Temper your expectations, boys. When I say that, I'm really talking to myself. But that was brilliant there from Ethan Chislett. World-class finish. It actually wasn't right in the corner. It was a good 2 yards past the post. No, maybe a yard past the post, but keeper wasn't able to get there. That was brilliant from Chiz. Come on. I did say that, you know, Johnny Jackson probably has a method to this madness, starting Chislett over Asal. Like I said, I was a little surprised, but I wasn't going to knock Johnny Jackson for that decision. It turns out Ethan Chislett over Ayub Asal has paid dividends for us so far. And not just with that free kick. I mean, he's been playing well so far this half. And proving the doubters wrong. I mean, certainly some AFC Wimbledon supporters saying, you know, aside from that first game, he hasn't really contributed that much. But so far in this game, he has certainly provided for us, getting a couple of interceptions and, you know, advancing the play, taking a couple of heavy touches toward the final third, and the crowd booing, rightfully so. I mean, I would be too. Crawley were poor that half. They were poor. They had a couple of spells, but, you know, even with those spells of possession in which they didn't give it away, because they did give it away several times, they weren't able to find that incisive final through ball, and Nick Zanev was never challenged. He was never challenged. So, AFC Wimbledon, 2-0 up in the half. Solid. I mean, I thought AFC Wimbledon also lacked a little bit in terms of playing that final ball. But I think we were a lot better in possession. I think we took care of the ball a lot better. And we only had maybe 2 giveaways, 2 turnovers. I don't know why that's not a stat that teams keep. Turnovers. That is a stat in basketball that they keep. You know, how many turnovers do the teams have? I'd say Crawley maybe had a good 8 to 9 turnovers. Meanwhile, AFC Wimbledon had 2, maybe 3. And I think they were a lot better on the ball. I think both teams in the final third were about the same. You know, both teams weren't able to create that cutting-edge chance. But, I mean, AFC Wimbledon were able to create a chance with NYC. Silly me, forgot how that goal was even scored in the first place. Looking back to see what exactly happened, because my memory is oh yeah, it was a top corner or top drawer. It was a giveaway there as they knock it around a little bit. Yeah, AFC Wimbledon weren't able to create that cutting edge like opportunity on their own terms, but they put themselves in good positions for sure to cut off some of the possession amongst the back line from Crawley. A couple of times they did dispossess them, and I think they played okay, AFC Wimbledon. Do not bottle it this time around. I did not see the picture, actually. You didn't send the link. Maybe you sent it to me on my Twitter? Was it? Or no? Yeah, send it to me. Send it to me as a link here on YouTube, or send it to me on Twitter, as I will go ahead and get some breakfast. Because it is 7:50 a.m. for me, so see you guys in a short moment. I was gonna say see you guys on the flip side, but I usually say that when I say goodbye to you all. So I'll see you guys very shortly.
It's a movement, it's a philosophy, it's a comprehension.
make it last. If you need a place to hide, I'll be your getaway. I will meet your tide. Get lost in the space between you and I will never break your stride. We could hold on, soak it in, wouldn't let it slip away before it begins. We could stay awake for hours. We could knock down all these towers. If you need a place to hide, I'll be your getaway. I will meet your tide. Get lost in the space between you and I will never break your stride. Would you wait for me now? Or should we leave it in the past? I wanna make you proud. I wanna make it last. If you need a place to hide, I'll be your getaway. I will meet your tide. Get lost in the space between you and I will never break your stride. We could hold on, soak it in, wouldn't let it slip away before it begins. We could stay awake for hours. We could knock down all these towers. If you need
This is a word that's more than a word.
As the leaves start falling down and the shadows above the town, I can find
of Adebawali, Howe and Jenks. It's possibly going to mean a change in the formation, the lineup as well, but we'll wait and see. The fourth official is just getting the board sorted, but certainly Harry Ransom, David Bramang and James Tilley are down there ready to come on. David Bramang only signing yesterday. What an opportunity, as Tony's rejoined me, what an opportunity this is, Tony, to make yourself an absolute cult hero inside 45 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk about being thrown into the deep end. But you know, he's been at Championship Club. He's played for a Championship Club. He's made a couple of 2 or 3 appearances for them. So you know, shouldn't be foreign to him.
But as you said to me as well, it's not going to be any worse. Not being disrespectful, it's not going to be any worse than anything that happened in the first half, is it?
Right.
Because 58% possession again, no shots on target. Even if he gets a shot away on target, he's done something more than the strikers managed to do in the first half. But the strikers can only be as good as the service that they're receiving. Wimbledon don't look as though they've made any changes at all. It is going to be Wimbledon, the visitors, who will get this second half off and running. They will play right to left in their all-blue kit, leading by 2-0. Crawley in all red, half time up and down the country, full time at Hartlepool with the early kick-off. Hartlepool 1, Bradford 3, and then these are all half times. Barrow 1, Harrogate 0, Colchester 0, Orient 1, Crewe 2, Northampton 1, Doncaster 1, Salford 1, Newport 2, Tranmere Rovers 1, Stevenage 2, Carlisle 1, Swindon 1, Rochdale 0. Those are the games that have goals in. If I haven't mentioned the game there, it's because it is 0-0. Obviously the only other game is the one taking place here right in front of us. That is Crawley Town 0, AFC Wimbledon 2, as the visitors get the second half off and underway, and they roll it back into the feet of Mag Homer, who goes long out to that far side. A couple of people in touch at half time then. David Kendrick, never mind the language that I said was in the background in the first half. There was obviously a baby crying somewhere that they're saying the baby's obviously not impressed with what it's seeing. Peter Watry as well, hello from California.
They pointed out the baby, guys. They pointed out the baby crying in the background. You gotta love it. And foul language, of course. Anyway, welcome back, guys. I ain't late. I was here the whole time. I was just eating my breakfast. I wasn't here the whole time. I got here and ate my food for like 2 minutes and waited for the second half to start, and then I switched over. I still haven't seen it. Send a link in the chat if you want. Or if it's like a screenshot or something, then that's a different story. Send it to me if you have Twitter. My Twitter handle is JaggyKM. Or my Instagram. I don't know if you have my Instagram, actually. I'll send it to you. On Instagram or Twitter, what? I still don't see it. Sorry, man. Does my YouTube chat not allow links? Okay, send on Twitter. Bet. Oh, I guess that's another American term. Bet. B-E-T. Whenever someone says that, it means they're looking forward to something. It's like, all right, cool. All right, let's go. I don't know. All right, bet. All right, Chislett in possession here. I'm going to knock it back to Alex Pierce. I think bet is, it's more of a term for the younger generations anyway, regardless of whether it's slang or not. I don't think you hear very many people 30 years of age. Oh, Curry wins a header. I don't think you hear very many people 30 years of age or older saying bet. But, you know. So Tilly, their number 7, came on. I don't know too much about him, although I think he's like a winger. Okay, he's played for Crawley for 2 seasons. He's played for Grimsby. He's in and out. He averages like 2 goals, 3 assists per season. In and out. They put it over the top to Tilly, but he doesn't get there. Jaggy KM. Or at Jaggy KM. Dude, the parents have not learned their lesson. Moved. I mean, they do have specific seats, but never mind. No, they do have specific seats. I mean, that East End probably isn't too full. I'm sure they can move around somewhere. Tilly cuts to his left. There you go. Chislett coming away with it. Hey. That's Georgia Marsh, actually. Sometimes I confuse the two. That was Marsh. Samuel. Okay. I love it. I love it. You have me as a profile picture. I love it. Alright, bet. I see it. Oh, it was a Twitter post. Okay. Yeah. Yep. I see some middle fingers there. I see another kid doing this. You gotta love it. Some rattled Crawley Town fans. I thought it was like a screenshot or something. Yeah, it's a Twitter from the official AFC Wimbledon post. Anyway, Crawley here in possession again. I haven't really focused too much on the game so far. Let me avert my attention towards this game. It's one of your many alts. I wouldn't be surprised if there... Nah, I don't think there is from what I've seen, but I wouldn't be surprised if there were an AFC Wimbledon fan with some meme profile picture of me. I don't know. I'm not that popular anyway. I don't really care about popularity regardless. I just like to do these live streams just for the sake of it. Crawley's still knocking around though. They're not able to find that gilt-edged opportunity. Don't want to give Tilly space to shoot though. He lays it off to Nichols. Oh, Marsh tried to clear it but not fully away. Tilly back to the left. Nicely done by Nightingale to see it out. Just putting a lot of pressure on him. Not giving him an inch of space there was Will Nightingale. Madison holding it up here, playing it to Hesendollar. Well, Tilly has space here to get into the final third. Plays it out wide. Yeah, Ethan Chisholm putting on the press alongside Jack Curry on the right-hand side, but the cross comes in. Okay, Marsh. I thought maybe he could have cleared that with his left foot, but instead he had nobody on him. He played it safe and just kicked it out for a corner kick. Yeah, maybe not too confident on his left foot there, George Marsh. Yeah, I didn't know that nobody was over his shoulder. George Marsh playing it safe and kicking out for a corner. Outswinger over everyone's head. To the dismay of the crowd, they go all the way back to their keeper. Good pressure on there by Lee Brown. Or Gunter. Tilly cut inside and Gunter followed him all the way through, committed the foul. Smart foul, tactical foul there. Just stuck a foot out. Good shape here shown by the Dons. Constantly put Balagizi tried to thread Nichols through and easily cut out there by Alex Pierce. Come on, Chislett. Play him through. Hey! That's a yellow card. Chisel was going to play NYC through. That's a yellow card, surely. Thank you. It's a double yellow card, ladies and gentlemen. Omole is sent off, and rightfully so. I mean, NYC was played through. Or not played through. The ball was a couple yards ahead of him. Crawley could argue that wasn't going to reach him, but I mean, NYC got brought down like right as the pass was played. How would you know if he was going to get there or not? Looked to me like the pass was just a little bit too far out wide, and a little bit played a little heavily, so maybe he wouldn't have gotten there. But NYC got brought down as soon as the pass was played. You don't know for sure if he would have or not. So there you go. Down to 10 men. AFC Wimbledon have numbers up. It's Craig who got the second yellow, not Omole. Pardon me. That's not controversial at all. NYC got brought down. He would have been through on goal. He ran past the last defender. Yeah, Craig just like stuck a foot out, put him down. Maybe the controversy was whether he dived or not. No, he didn't. He got brought down straight up. Craig knew what he was doing. He wasn't even looking at the ball. He took his eye off the ball like a second before the pass was played, and he stuck his foot out to try to trip up NYC. I don't see how that's controversial in any way. Rightfully so. Double yellow card. And I'm not trying to be biased here. That's a yellow card any day of the week. Anyway, short. Ooh. Yeah, I don't see what the controversy is behind that. I think it could just be biased biased I follow commentary. Yo, shit. Hey! It's gonna be another yellow. Come on. Bring it out. Bring it out. Anyway, Alex Pierce winning the header there, and it was, NYC just put his body in the way, Yeah, Balagizi brings down NYC after Balagizi tried to get into the challenge. Nah, that's not a yellow. I mean, NYC put his body in the way. He knew what he was doing. But, AFC Wimbledon are just... They're just showing who's boss today, thankfully. They're playing consistently throughout the game, unlike in previous games where they don't play across the whole 90 minutes. I mean, then again, still 30-odd minutes to go, but we'll see. Jaggy Dons is my dad. I love it. I am? Wait. Nah, actually, no. I wouldn't be old enough to be your dad. I'm only 23. If I were 29 or 30, maybe, but no, I'm only 23. Oh! They almost give it away again. Ah, they do give it away. Oh, okay. They never come away with it, unfortunately. Let's check some other results. Burnley and Blackpool still 3-1. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I'm not physically able to conceive a child at age 9. Unless, well, nah. What's the earliest somebody has ever hit puberty? I'm gonna go as far as to say 8. Although there could be some weird outlier that somebody hits puberty at like no. I'd say 8 would probably be like the bare minimum, although that is rare. On average, usually it's like, I want to say 12. 11 or 12 is usually the average age where you hit puberty. They headed away. Ooh. Way. Yeah. Unless. Ayuba Sal. Ayuba Sal. Ayuba Sal. Ayuba Sal is definitely someone you want to bring on at this stage, you know, to... I mean, especially since Crawley have been giving it away several times. This is a match made in heaven for Ayuba Sal. Continue to put pressure on that back line. On that very shaky back line in terms of possession. As Sal drops deep, though, he's going to lay it off to Gunter. Playing possession here, playing it safe, trying to pick out their openings. AFC Wimbledon. Nightingale has plenty of space. You know he can possess a decent bit of quality on the ball here. Just don't want to go too far forward. Yeah, he's on the midfield line. Especially with 10 men. I mean, AFC Wimbledon could just knock it around here. Yeah, Hodlin, unfortunately, rumored has it that he is going back to Huddersfield, actually. No joke, 50% are capitalizing on mistakes, yeah. I'd say maybe bring on Alsu for Gunter. I'd say that would be the only sub I'd make here. The only other sub I'd make. Just for some fresh legs. Ooh, Crawley knocking around here now. Let's see. Nicely done by Lee Brown to cut off the through ball. That's bullshit. Nah, dude, that was a foul. Mangoma just shielding the ball as he played it back to Zanev, and someone just trampled over him. Yeah, maybe not. I'd say ideally if he were. Yeah, you're right. I know, dude. I know. The good luck. The good luck, baby. I'm going to be doing this more frequently. I don't want to use up all of the good luck, so I'm not going to do it every live stream. However, I will do it on select few occasions when I feel like we really need a victory. Sal's making off the ball run here for Nightingale, but instead, ooh, Marsh here on the outside. Nice. Throw in here for Wimbledon. Nicely done, George Marsh holding it up. Marsh has been decent today defensively. Oh yeah, we gave away 2 goals in like the last 10 minutes of the game against Doncaster. But honestly, the difference between this game and the Doncaster game, Crawley just don't really have anything to show for it. I mean, they don't look like they're gonna get anything back. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but Doncaster, they actually showed some guile and desire going forward, and Crawley just don't really have that confidence going forward. It's funny because I was talking about how they have, you know, a decent attack. They have a decent front three, and Nadazin, Nichols, and what am I saying? Balagizi, but they just haven't shown it today. And anytime they do make those off the ball runs, their center mids are not playing them in. So they just don't seem like they have that confidence in them. Hopefully I get proven right. We'll see. Oh, there's a through ball intended for Davison. Their center back tried to cut it off. Well, it's offside anyway. And it was a switch of the play intended for Davison. Their center back tried to get on top of the ball, and he just couldn't get possession. Davison played it through to Sal. Sal was offside, though. Sal couldn't finish it anyway. Keeper saved it, but... yeah, their center backs are very dodgy for sure. At least in this game. They've been a bit dodgy. In possession, I should say. Giving it away a couple times. Adebawale already got subbed out. Craig, obviously, the double yellow. Harry Ransom, I think, is one of their other center backs that, or maybe like a makeshift center mid that's playing as a center back today. Oh, Romain chests it down. Attaboy Curry. Oh, here we go. Counterattack. Ayuba Sal's going to take a couple touches forward. Maybe he could play a crossover to Davison. He cuts inside to his right. Instead, Curry lays it off to Magoma, top of the 18-yard box. Cross, get a cross in. Come on, Magoma, top of the 18. Get a shot off, maybe. No. Yeah, Magoma goes to ground. It's a bit of a dive, though. Cross, too heavy. Yeah, AFC Wimbledon were just on the top of the 18-yard box for what seemed like a good 10 seconds. They weren't able to get a shot off as all of Crawley were just trying to get in behind. Now, I see it maybe looked like a bit of a foul looking back. Arm on the back there of Magoma. But Magoma did go down a little easy. Nice header there, won by Alex Pierce on the goal kick. Hessenthal on the right now. He's going to try to play it through. Tilly. Attaboy Brown. Here's number 12. Gets the cross in with his right foot. Ooh, that looked dangerous as Nightingale did not have good positioning there, but Alex Pierce heads it away. Had it been a couple yards over, that forward, whoever that was, Bermang could have maybe headed it towards goal. Bermang was goal side of Nightingale there. Can you do a pose for my Twitter background? What kind of pose? Improvise? Wait, hold on. I gotta think of a pose. Oh! Sal's offside. I was gonna say all of a sudden, just a through ball out of nowhere. Just pick whatever one you want, I guess. Nah. Thanks. You know what? I don't blame the kid for crying. Why would they ever want to go to a freaking Crawley Town game? Why would they ever want to go to that dump? I think they might have heard me telepathically, because as soon as I said that, the cries got louder. Nichols dropping deep to receive it. Foul committed there by George Marsh. Yeah, it's a foul. Just got a little clip in there as he tried to win the ball in behind. Now here's an opportunity for Crawley. Hopefully we can see this one out. Not close enough to the center of the pitch to strike towards goal, I don't think, but this could easily be whipped in with a left-footed cross, I'd say. Come on. See this one out. Tilly puts it in. Good. Good header away by Pierce. Yeah, it was an easy one for Pierce. I mean, nobody was around him, and he just headed it away. Ball lumped back into the box, and Hessenthaler took a touch and tried to strike towards goal. It was a very weak effort with the inside of his foot there. Straight to Zanev as well. We've had a shot. We've had a shot. Crawley Town fans, needless to say, not very happy with their performance today. Ooh. Get it clear, Zanev. Thank you. Oh, Curry, beautifully done. Just back heels it in between two players, or chops it in between two players and stays in possession. Now it's out wide to Gunter. Nicely done, Jack Curry. Gunter. Ayubasal tried to hold it up. Not strong enough. Back out wide to Marsh. Jack Curry, more like Steph Curry with those moves. He's got those fucking moves, man. Quality player. Obviously different sports, but yeah. Chef Curry up in the house. Don't know what happened there. A bit of a tangle between Lee Brown and Bremang. I've always made that resemblance, Jack Curry, Steph Curry, but I've never actually said it. That was the first time I've ever actually vocalized that internal thought that I've had. Anytime I hear Curry, I immediately think of Stephen Curry. But yeah, I overhyped Crawley. Didn't Lee Brown? Didn't Lee Finch from WHAD say that Crawley was gonna get promoted this season? It's funny because obviously hindsight's 20/20, but maybe not the best shout in the world there if you're Lee Finch. I would have to double check. I don't remember if he had Crawley as a team getting... I think it was Crawley, Walsall, and Bradford. I think those are the three teams he had getting promoted this season. Yeah, I'm almost positive that Lee Finch said that Crawley was one of his promotion candidates, which is interesting. They had an American takeover, so I think they had higher expectations than 1 point. Yeah. When will AFC Wimbledon get an American takeover? That's the question. Well, I shouldn't say a takeover because we are a fan-owned club after all. But when are we gonna get like? Aside, well, John Green is already an investor, but gotcha. Crawley were already like that. Tastes like promotion even before the season started, and it's not looking too hot for them right now. Yeah, no, we are. We are a fan-owned club. We take pride in that. I mean, we did have a couple of fan-owned versus, you know, German model versus in like ownership, like big investor ownership. We've had those talks last season a couple times. I wouldn't mind the German model personally. I wouldn't want to have any more than that though. AFC Wimbledon knocking around here. Maybe some press. Oh, let's go. Lee Brown plays it in between two pressers, and he plays it to Magoma in between. AFC Wimbledon are just too good today. Way. I'd want a small budget increase like that only if we get promoted, yeah. Sounds like a plan. I mean, League 1 and League 2, I mean, starkly different from one another in terms of hold on one second. In terms of prestige, in terms of how many teams that used to play for the championship. Anyway, Asal's going to break forward here. Asal cuts it back to his left. Come on. Lays it back off to the right. Couldn't create anything out of that. Someone stay open then. Come on. I was going to say someone open up at the top of the 18 maybe to open up for Gunter. It looked to me like Chislett hooked out wide to receive a cross. I thought maybe Chislett could have run back into the top of the 18 to make himself open there for Gunter. Yeah. The top of the 18-yard box, there's so much empty space there for someone to run in and receive that pass from Gunter, but nobody did. Ooh, decent ball. Thankfully, Zanev collects that one from Hessen Thaler. I thought it was Hessen Thaler, but it's Hessen Thaler. But it's with his name has a TH in it, so Hessen Thaler. Meat and drink. I like that terminology. We have an American slang term equivalent for meat and drink. Light work or easy work. Now, usually they say light work. Usually instead of L-I-G-H-T work, they say L-I-T-E work. Hey, that's light work. That's light work. Easy or easy money. That's some people say easy money. Just some American lingo with Jaggy Dons. I'll have, like, for each stream, I'm just gonna teach one piece of American slang every time. Anyway. Oof. Since I don't pay for iFollow during games, my only source of entertainment is your commentary. Oh, man. I appreciate it, man. I'm glad that I'm able to provide some level of entertainment for you and for anybody else that sees fit to come along and watch my streams. For those of you that haven't commented yet, you are greatly appreciated. Don't be shy, I don't bite. If you want to comment, drop a comment. Drop a comment on your thoughts about the team, about your thoughts on my commentary. Just maybe throw in some banter here and there. Feel free to comment if you'd like. If not, drop by, listen on. Whatever you decide to do, I'm all for it. I need to have a red card graphic because Crawley Town have been playing. I totally forgot that Crawley have been playing with 10 men. I need to have a graphic up that'll show the red card. Davison holding it forward. Nice back heel over to Asal. Asal has so much space. Maybe he can get into the box here. Aye! Yeah, just got shrugged off. Asal was breaking back, and Harry Ransom just was able to recover there. He was able to out-muscle Asal, and then last second you see Asal go down. Asal did end up getting ahead of Ransom last second, and maybe could have tried to look to poke it. Looked to me like he stuck his left foot out to try to get the cross off, and then he goes to ground. Maybe not enough for a penalty, but that was very interesting there from Asal. Looked like he got beat for physicality, and then last second, all of a sudden, you see him getting in front and trying to put the cross in, but yeah, I don't think it was enough for a pen anyway. Anyway. Hessenthaler here. Receives it on the return. Top of the 18-yard box around that. Play it wide. Curry and Asal double team. Oof. Good work, Alex Pierce, getting in front of that shot from Tilly. I'm watching this on iFollow. It's a paid subscription service. For those teams that are in EFL League 1 and EFL League 2, the only way you can watch games is through iFollow. In the EFL Championship, you can watch some games that are televised, but lower than the Championship, there aren't any televised games, unfortunately. Perfect time for Ulster to come in. Yeah, last 10 minutes, perhaps. Just to get some, de-rust just a little bit. Ulster has the best chant. Is it the one where it goes, Ulster, Ulster, Ulster? I think it's something like that. I'm trying to think of... honestly, my favorite AFC Wimbledon player chant would have to be Jack Rodoni. Super, super Jack. Sorry, not super. Super. Super, super Jack. Super, super Jack. Super Jack Rodoni. He's doing pretty well for Huddersfield, actually. He started their last 2 or 3 games. He actually got an assist last time out against... who did they play last time? Was it... Who did they play? I forget. They lost 2-1. I just forget who they played. Norwich. Yeah, they played against Norwich. Norwich dominated pretty much most of that game, but Huddersfield just happened to have a counter-attacking opportunity. Jack Rodoni starting that move, playing a nice little incisive through ball over to Pat Jones. Apparently, who's trying to sign? I think there is a Premier League side that are trying to sign Danny Ward. No, actually, I'm confused. It was Leicester that already paid a transfer in 2018 for Danny Ward, and they paid 14 million pounds pounds. Those are euros. 14 million euros for Danny Ward, and then he ended up going over to Huddersfield. So maybe a little bit overpriced, but Danny Ward's a decent striker in the Championship. Osu running down the wing. Osu makes the Womble sing. Osu takes us to the Premier League. Paul Osu. I don't think Paul Osu is near Premier League caliber, but it's nice for fans to show some endearment for their players. Yeah, me too, man. I'm happy for Rudy. I don't know if he's going to play in the Prem, but if he shows out, if he continues to show out in the Championship, who knows? Maybe he'll get signed by like a Nottingham Forest or like a, I don't know, Watford or something like that. The Sal now on the right. I haven't really been commentating that much lately. Anyway, it looks like Hessenthaler tried to play Nichols square, but it was like a good 3-4 yards ahead of him. And then, yeah, Chislett just gets there first, draws the foul over Nichols. Yeah, it looks to me like we're going to come away with this victory. Don't want to speak too soon, but it just doesn't look like Crawley have anything to show for it. Oh, play it. Come on, Asal. Asal drops deep, plays it over to Chislett. Too slow in possession was Chiz. Crawley are not really pressing anymore. They're just kind of sitting back, allowing AFC Wimbledon to get in behind. We had pyros? Really? Dude. Somebody is going to get fined today. Somebody is going to get fined. Let's go. Wait, pyros are allowed, right? It's just a matter of whether they actually enforce it or not. I know you're not allowed to go in with pyros, but like a lot of the times when fans use pyros, nothing happens. I don't know. Davison now played through, double teamed, triple teamed actually. He's gonna play it back to Curry. Did the official Wimbledon Twitter post it? I don't think they would. I think it would be like a fan or something. I just saw your profile pic change, by the way. I love it. Bringing pyros in a way people usually get away with. Gotcha. Oh, almost had a dream. Love it. I love it. I love it. I still trust the process. I still trust Johnny Jackson has our best interests in mind. Anyway, Crawley, we're knocking around here. They have a free kick at the edge of the area. Ooh, that was dangerous. That could have easily been a pen. It was a little chip ball over to Nadazen, and Nadazen actually sticks his foot out to win it in the air. And Curry tried to do the same, but he actually collides with Nadazen. Thankfully, that was just a yard. That's right on the line almost. Nadazen coming off now. Didn't Nadazen have long hair last season? I digress, obviously. Dom Telford. That's one of their signings that they had, right? Their summer signings. Okay, this is a very dangerous position. Hopefully Zanev can deal with this. Only 3 on the wall. I would like to see maybe... I would like to see someone laying down on the wall there. That's a good free kick. Nice save by Zanev, though. Yeah, Zanev, his positioning's been better. Zanev... There was a free kick that he had last season where he was like all the way on the post. Zanev that time reacted very well. He was closer to the center of the goal there. And he dove and parried it away for a corner. Headed away this time by Alex Pierce again. Almost a deflection there. Dom Telford. Don't know much about him. Newport County. 25 goals. Jesus. 25. Before that, he had an average of like 2 or 3 goals a season. Holy shit, all of a sudden 25 goals. Alfie Bendel. Alfie Bendel. Alfie. Alfie Bendel. Alfie Bendel. Alfie Bendel. Come on. That should be one of our chants. Hey, if you guys can spread word to other supporters, maybe make that a chant. If that's not a chant already, just be like Alfie Bendel, Alfie Bendel, Alfie Bendel. Hey, nicely done. Alfie Bendel gets stuck in a challenge already. I only know him for his team of the season on FIFA. Dom Telford. Boys, we're about to head into our second win of the season. Let's go. Get in there, boys. Sorry if that was cringe. I said get in there in an American accent. I should have said get in there, boys. Come on. I just got reminded of that one clip from Norwich City's owner. Where are you? Let's be having you. Come on. It's like a halftime team talk or something. That the season that Norwich got relegated in like I think it was 2013, 2014. I don't know if that was the same season that Luis Suarez had like a 50-yard screamer. I think it might have been the same season, but yeah. Let's be having you. Come on. "30 seconds away, boys. 30 seconds away. We're about to party up in this bitch." What do American sports fans say after a victory? They say "let's go" or "let's fucking go" or no, "come on" isn't a British thing actually. Or they go like "yeah, let's go, let's go." A lot of people say "let's go." "Fuck yeah" is a pretty common. It's like a celebratory war cry. They say "fuck yeah, let's go." Or let's fucking go. Gets in, boys. Get in there, boys. Come on. Brilliant performance from AFC Wimbledon. Woo! I mean, it was all Wimbledon. Crawley Town had absolutely nothing all game. And, okay, I don't want to take this time to shit on Crawley. It's just, people were expecting Crawley to get promoted because obviously they have American ownership. They also signed 25-goal Dom Telford from Newport County last season. But he came off the bench instead. Instead, they played a 3 up top with Nadazen and Balagizi on the wide areas, and then Nichols as the striker. They actually interchanged Nichols and Nadazen eventually, I think. But it just didn't work out for them. I mean, they didn't really create chances. Our shape was pretty good, AFC Wimbledon, and we didn't allow Crawley to get too many opportunities. And Crawley were just so poor on the ball, too, in that first half. The second half, they took care of it a little bit better. When they were in possession, of course, they had a lot less of the possession since they went down 10 men. And I'll get into that. I don't know why the commentators said that the red card was, or the double yellow was controversial. I was listening to the Crawley Town commentary after all. I'll get into the double yellow card and why I think it wasn't controversial. But that being said, fantastic performance all around from AFC Wimbledon. Very good bounce back from that last game. I'm going to start off closer to the beginning. First 5 minutes or so already we put on the pressure, and Crawley Town gave it away a couple of times. Powell had two giveaways in the first 3 minutes of the game, with Curry coming away with one of them, coming from that left back position and kind of cutting off a pass toward the middle. And unfortunately, they weren't able to capitalize on that, as Curry cut it back. I think he intercepted and then he cut it back and allowed Crawley to come back. The second giveaway, around the 3rd minute or so, NYC actually came away with an interception from a Powell pass. And unfortunately, he tried to play it and he gave it away, and then it led to a counter for Crawley, but Crawley didn't capitalize. And then they just kept giving the ball away, Crawley. They were trying to pass it around a couple times. From what I remember, Ado Bawali, one of their center backs, gave it away a couple of times. And we weren't able to really be too incisive in the first 15-20 minutes when we were on the attack. But we kept putting on the pressure. We kept knocking around. We played very well out of the back, by the way. On the occasional moments that Crawley tried to press, we played around the back very well. Nick Zanev had good feet, which is a concern that we've had throughout his tenure in AFC Wimbledon. Not the best keeper on the feet, but he played a couple good passes, cleared the ball away when he needed to. Nightingale played a couple of good passes and got out of pressure, dribbled out of pressure when he needed to. And, yeah, I mean, we played well overall. That first goal from NYC was a solid finish. I mean, it came from a giveaway. The giveaway, I think, was from Amole, as he was caught too slow in possession. And I think it was... who came away with the opportunity? I'm going to look back. Don't mind me just rewinding a little bit here. Feel free to skip ahead a little bit if you're watching this. Yeah, Crawley Town were knocking around the back here, and then it was actually a poor pass from the outside back, or from the outside mid. Looked to me like it was Powell, actually. That again, Powell played a poor pass. Chislett cut it off. Chislett was class, by the way, in that first half. Chislett cut it off. NYC played a good through ball. It wasn't a through ball per se, though. It was like a couple yards ahead of Davison. Davison took a heavy touch towards the top of the 18-yard box. Sorry, this was when... never mind, this was when they were already 1-0 up. I'm going to edit this, don't worry. Where's the goal, man? My memory deceives me, apparently. Yeah, here we go. The ball was with Amole. Played it to Craig. Oh, yeah, it was just a poor turn there from Agungbo. Agungbo just turned into pressure, not realizing Gunter put the pressure on there from behind. George Marsh played it to Davison. Davison one-time threw ball over to NYC, and NYC just blasted it roof of the net. Good one-touch football played there by AFC Wimbledon. They had a couple of those moments throughout the game where they were playing good, dink, 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 passing it around a little bit. But good finish there from NYC, and then a couple minutes later, Josh Davison having an opportunity of his own after Ethan Chislett cuts off a pass. Chislett was class, by the way. Had a couple of moments where he intercepted passes and drove it into the final third, was dribbling into the final third. There were a couple of times where he could have done better in terms of chance creation, like maybe could have taken someone on 1v1, but instead played it back to the center mid. But I think Chislett, when he did have that space, he took that space on and was able to lay it off to somebody if a defender was coming in to try to press. Good finish from NYC, and unfortunately Davison a few minutes later wasn't able to finish his opportunity. He tried to hit it far post. Maybe could have looked up to see where the keeper was first. The keeper was a couple of yards away from his near post. Maybe could have bent it into that near post. If he saw that, try to hit it far post, and keeper saved it. Wasn't all the way in the corner either. It was like kind of close to the center. But Davison had an okay game overall. Laid it off a couple of times. And I thought, won a couple of headers, was decent. And then, that second half, more of the same from Wimbledon. Taking care of possession, taking care of the ball. Crawley Town giving it away a couple more times. And then eventually, they get in trouble. It was a through ball played into NYC. And NYC gets brought down. Rightfully so. I think it was a yellow card. I mean, NYC, not sure if he would have gone on the end of that pass, because Chislett, his pass was played a little heavy and a little bit away from the center line. Played a little bit away from goal. But I think NYC would have gotten there anyway. It would have been close, but I think he would have gotten there. But you never know. You have to, as a referee, you have to err on the side of safety, and you have to give a yellow card there because he was through on goal, ideally. And Craig receiving a double yellow card there, a second yellow in that instance. Commentary said it was controversial. I'm not really sure what was controversial about it, because Craig actually took a look. He was looking at NYC, never looking at the ball, knew what he was doing, tripped him up, stopped the counterattack, and from there it was just all Wimbledon. Crawley had one or two maybe instances where they put crosses in the box, but the likes of Pierce and Nightingale were up for the task, and I think Pierce did a good job winning the headers for the most part anytime those crosses did come in. Solid all-around performance really from AFC Wimbledon. I'm going to go into my player ratings, and then off my recording I'll do some fan reactions as well. I'll stop recording and then do fan reactions. So, going down the list, Zanev with an 8. He had a pretty decent save from a free kick about 19, 20 yards out from the right-hand side. That free kick was taken by the substitute Tilly, and reacted well, got to his left-hand side and beat it away for a corner. And I think Zanev was good on his feet, didn't really have too many opportunities to make any saves. So 8 out of 10 for me. Brown, I think, was an 8, defended well. Pierce was 8.5. Nightingale was a 8.5. I think he played out of the back pretty well. Curry was an 8.5. I think he was dangerous going forward in terms of off the ball movement. I think a couple of times he wasn't incisive enough though. He cut it back a couple of times, allowing Crawley to get numbers back. But other than that, did okay. Chislett was a 9. Magoma was an 8. Marsh was a 7.5. Gunter was a 7.5. Davison was a 6.5, and I think Young Coombs was an 8. All around solid performance. And the substitutes, I think Asal didn't have too much of an impact on the game, but he did come forward a couple of times. Not too confident in the 1v1 opportunities. I think he was caught on the ball a little bit too much whenever he was trying to get into the 18-yard box. Maybe not too confident with his 1v1 ability. So I'd say maybe a 7. 6.5 to 7. And Alfie Bendel was a 7.5 to an 8. I think he did well getting out of pressure and played a couple good passes here and there. All around solid performance from AFC Wimbledon. They weren't troubled at all. They were not troubled at all by Crawley. They just didn't really have anything to show for it. And one of their players that I was kind of worried about, Balagizi, I thought he was going to be, dangerous. He's usually quick on the ball, can do a couple skills here and there, and he's got good quality on the ball too. Like can play a good pass. Wasn't really a threat today, Balagizi. I think he never really took us on 1v1. And we just had good shape all around. Nichols wasn't really a threat. Nadazen every now and again would get out wide, but wasn't a threat. All around, we just kept him at bay. And it was a very good performance all around from the Dons. Going to get some fan reactions to see how others feel about the game, since I have more time to do so. And, yeah. Regardless, though, thank you guys for hopping on stream. See you guys on the flip side.